got a kind of a creepy situation regarding my 40th high school reunion coming up in Virginia Beach in October. Yep, 40th reunion for Cox High School, Virginia Beach, the class of 1984. How Orwellian. A spreadsheet, Fester, has been put out by Tom. Tom is a cool guy. Tom, who was in my senior class, great kid, very popular kid, went on to go to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. In the Gulf War in 91, he was an attack Apache helicopter pilot. Now he's like in finance. What was that Roxanne thing? I want a man in finance. Yeah, he's in finance. He's doing very, very well for himself. And he's one of the organizers, and he got a hold of me. He sent me a DM. He slipped into my DMs. Hey, and, how you doing? And I call him up, and we have a nice, long conversation. And he was a good friend back in high school. And he sends me the spreadsheet. So he and another group of people, they're trying to track down all the folks from my class. I think it was like 343 or 353 was our graduating class.
I mean, if everybody knows somebody, then you probably get most of the class.
Well, that's what they're asking people.
Yeah.
So who do you know? It turns out that, I'm in my text group with my buddies Mike and Doug, and they're already on the spreadsheet. So they're asking anybody that knows somebody to just propagate the information that we're going to have a 40th high school reunion coming up in October. But here's where the creepiness kind of emerges. On the spreadsheet, it's the whole class, all alphabetized, and it's, one of those working spreadsheets where it's shared and then anyone can change it, and you're requested to put all your contact information on the spreadsheet, which he shared with me. I entered all my information, and then I'm looking through the spreadsheet, and I would say it's only about 20% right now that's there. But of the class of 84, not everyone is with us.
That's the age, man.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm 58. I feel like I'm 28.
Yeah, but...
we've lost some people. Well, here's where a little bit of the creepiness comes in.
What?
2 girls that I dated are no longer with us. 2 girls that I dated are deceased on the list. And then... Dude, why you, dude,
Okay.
why,
All right.
why would you laugh? It's not funny.
It's not ha-ha funny, but it's...
And now my
oddly
friends,
funny.
so Doug and Mike are they're calling me the kiss of death.
Yeah, you're like the
I got
Black Widow of Cox High School.
exactly. Michelle's like, oh, that's weird. So 2 girls that I went out with, one was Beverly, and
Poor Beverly.
Beverly I didn't date in high school. I dated Beverly after I came back from college, and I moved back to Virginia Beach. And this is, a couple of years prior to meeting Michelle. And Beverly and I met at a party. And this is, again, like 2 years after high school, because I left Ithaca going into my junior year, and I transferred down to Virginia. And I was at a local party, and I ran into Beverly from high school, and we hit it off, and we started dating. And Beverly, unfortunately, was hit by a truck on Virginia Beach Boulevard.
Get outta here.
Yeah. In 1996, she was driving a minivan. She had gotten married.
Oh, she was in a car accident.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was crossing the street.
No. So she was driving a minivan. This was 96. I had last seen her in late 86. So 10 years later, she was married, had kids, and she was driving a minivan, and she's pulling out of a shopping center on Virginia Beach Boulevard, and a dump truck T-boned her. And the kids were in the back. The kids survived. The kids were okay. 2 kids in car seats, apparently, according to the Virginian Pilot story that I saw. But she was killed in the wreck. I'm like, oh, my God. And that was just an awful story. So that's Beverly. And then a girl that I did date in high school, went out on numerous dates, and a good friend. And I saw her and had a great conversation with her at our 10-year reunion in 1994. I had just started working with BJ at the MJ and BJ show on the Power Pig. This was summer of 84 or fall of 84. Or, I'm sorry, 94.
94.
So 10 years later, my 10-year anniversary. And her name was Monique. And Monique passed like a couple of years ago from breast cancer. I'm like, what the hell? And I don't want to be too callous here. Monique had a giant chest. She had a massive, like big natural. She was built.
Okay.
And then that was high school.
Yes.
Then I saw. Is this creepy? Am I creepifying this even more?
Yeah, you are.
Then Monique at our 10-year reunion was a fraction, and I didn't say anything, but she clearly had a breast reduction.
She had a reduction.
Yeah, she must have had So I don't know if that exacerbates.
Did she have breast cancer issues back then?
No, I don't think. I don't think so.
I don't know either.
I think she just had a reduction, and then I find out that she died of breast cancer a couple of years ago. So two girls on the from my high school reunion are not going to be there because they're deceased, and I went out with both of them. And then if you look at, Michelle was kind of giving me. Let me call Michelle. And Michelle's not going with me.
Yeah.
She's not going to the reunion. And it's Virginia Beach. It's our hometown. That's where I met Michelle.
She doesn't want to go to the scene of MJ's Kiss of Death.
Oh, you stop it.
She doesn't want to go? I don't blame her.
You stop it.
Hello?
Hey, are you listening, or are you still sleeping after the Doobie Brothers last night?
I just got up and made your daughter lunch.
Oh, fine. Did you make her little sandwich triangles?
I did. Today she gets don't ruin her surprise.
Okay. All right. So, Doobie Brothers were good last night, right?
They were so awesome.
All right. Hang on a minute. I'll get to that in a second. Are you listening to the show?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Weird, creepy, whatever.
Michelle, if you value your life, do not go to this reunion.
Please stop it.
Right? I'm not going to the reunion.
Oh, and then what about Randy Sabatino? So you look at it's one of those Google spreadsheet documents that you email it and everyone's on it. It's a living, breathing. Anyone has access to
change it. Yeah.
To change it, put their information on the spreadsheet lines, and then all of the. So it's a whole line. It's like 350 lines of all of the graduating class, and if you're a grade line, if the line is gray, that means that the classmate is deceased. Another good friend of mine, her name was Camille, and her husband murdered her. Camille Davis was the sweetest girl in the world, and she was involved in a domestic violence issue. It's like, what? I mean, stuff you'd never even imagine. And then Randy Sabatino. First of all, Randy Sabatino, we had an arcade. I can't remember what it was called. There was an arcade on Independence Boulevard in the Haygood areas, right next to the police station and the library in Virginia Beach near Haygood Road. And there was this arcade that we all hung out in. It was like 10th grade. Friday, Saturday night, we're hanging out at the arcade. And Randy's dad just bought him like a 1982 Camaro, right? And it was a hopped up one and a big V8. Randy peels out of the arcade onto Independence Boulevard in Virginia Beach, loses control, jumps the curb, and takes out 200 feet of chain link fence.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of fence.
in his brand new Camaro that his dad bought him. But wait a minute. It gets better with Randy Sabatino.
What happened to him?
I just saw. So he's deceased as well. So he passed away. But Randy Sabatino, like 10, 15 years ago, 17 years, he was busted for robbing a check cashing place with a fake bomb.
All right. Everybody's got a pass.
What do you mean, all right?
Okay. Not what I was expecting.
He did a stretch. He did a stretch in Virginia State Prison because he robbed a check cashing place with a fake incendiary device. He walks in and says, "I've got a bomb," and robs this check cashing place. Poor Randy Sabatino. He was a good kid.
He was good until he tried to rob the check cashing place with a bomb.
He was always a nice guy to me. Always got along with Randy Sabatino.
That's what the person at the check cashing place said. He was so polite.
Rest in peace. And then a neighbor of mine, Ted, he went to federal prison because he had some big monetary scam and racket going on.
You know what? Just a little money laundering, a little fraud. Come on, I make such a big deal out of it.
All right. And Michelle will not go to my 40th reunion. Michelle, it's Virginia Beach. Why don't you come up with me for the weekend?
I will gladly go to Virginia Beach with you for the weekend, but I don't want to go when you're tied up with all of this crap.
Yeah,
what am I going to do? Sit in a hotel?
Yeah. Michelle, you don't need to go to these lame festivities where you're the outsider.
Exactly.
I went to my 30th reunion a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and how many spouses were there?
There were maybe half the people had spouses. So
Michelle, you went to my 10-year.
Yes.
Now, we had just been married, right?
Yes.
So we got married in June of 94, and it was either later that summer or the fall that we had my 10-year. And what was wrong? Was there an issue going to my 10-year?
Boring.
Oh,
no kidding. If you're not part of the class, MG, I knew everybody there. I knew everybody from my class. We're all having a moderately nice time catching up. People I haven't seen in decades, and all the spouses kind of ended up huddling at one end of the bar, and it's like, what the hell are we doing here?
Well, anyway, I'm headed to Virginia Beach in October. I bought my ticket already in Breeze. I'm going solo. All right, Michelle. All right. And Doobie Brothers were good last night?
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
Michelle went to the big concert in town last night.
The
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, so you had two huge competing concerts. You had the Doobie Brothers at the amphitheater, and, of course, you had that delinquent Morgan Wallen. Did he throw chairs at anybody?
He did. He clocked somebody in the third row.
Yep.
And Jelly Roll was also there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Jelly Roll and Morgan Wallen.
Oh, okay.
I guess he was the opening act. I don't know.
Gotcha. Now, there you have it.
Michael McDonald is still hot.
Yeah. So Michelle went with a friend to go see the Doobies last night.
Michael McDonald looks like a Yeti.
What?
That big white hair, that big white
mane.
My,
stop.
Looks like he could play Santa Claus at the mall.
No, his voice. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, he has a good voice.
And the rest of they all sang, and it was an awesome.
Did they play your song?
No.
What was your song again? The sappy one?
Echoes of Love.
They didn't do Echoes of Love?
No.
Did they do? They did China Grove?
Yep.
I got to run, Michelle.
And I got to give a big shout out to Art.
Art?
Yep.
Who's Art?
He recognized me walking in.
Wait a minute. Whoa, who is Art?
Art L. He's one of the attendants there.
Hold on. One of the audience attendants recognize you as Michelle?
Yeah.
How the hell? Oh, does he follow me on Instagram?
I guess so. He's since like the good old days. He's
Was it? You said Art Vandelay?
No. But he I went to show him where our seats were so he could give us better guidance, and he said, "I recognize you, Michelle."
Hey, you were already gone with Christine to go to the amphitheater. Did you see the video I shot at 7-Eleven with Chloe on 7-Eleven Free Slurpee Day yesterday?
No, I think I was a little preoccupied.
All right, well, I'm going to play that now. All right, goodbye. Listen, if you want to reconsider, I'd be happy to take you to my 40th anniversary reunion.
Yeah, no. Pass.
All right.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. All right, goodbye.
Bye.
All right.